Okay, as Bill Maher said,
Not
at
just
some
the
point
man,
in time, you have to take responsibility
it's
for
just
your
not
life.
her man,
And
though.
if you say,
but it's just not her man, though. It's just
well, let's
not
be
her
clear.
man, though.
First of all,
it is her boss.
let's be clear.
It is the man who is in control of her life.
Oh, hell no! No, no, no! Are you crazy?
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Today, we're diving into one of those moments where reality bends so hard it gives you whiplash. Piers Morgan, yes, Piers Morgan, actually asked the question every man is thinking, but too afraid to say out loud in an interview with attorney Ariel Mitchell, who represents multiple women accusing Sean Diddy Combs of some truly sick stuff. Piers didn't hold back.
You have, well, okay, but let me be direct, Ariel. Let me be direct to you. Let me be direct.
Sure.
I don't know anything about your life. I don't know if you're married, not married, in a relationship with whoever. But let me just ask you, would you arrange for somebody whose name is the Punisher to come and have sex with your partner for money?
Yeah, he really asked that. Let's jump in. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we many.
If my man was a billionaire who had the influence, the reach, the power of someone like P. Diddy, and he not only is my man, but he is my boss, and he has my life in his hand. And that's what he told me he was into. And that's what he told me he needed from me. How do I not do that? Whether or not I like it or don't like it. What choice do I have?
Well,
what choice? Seriously, let's talk about it. What choice does she have? I know a ton of people who tried to go away from Diddy, who tried to leave him, we'll call it, and they were not successful. He blackballed them. He hurt them. He tried to kill them. I mean, it's. I think the thought process of why people are being dense, like they don't understand why she would have done that, being in the position that she was in.
Oh my goodness. Did she really just say, what choice do I have? Let that marinate for a second. This is what passes for logic in 2025. Cassie was afraid of walking away, but not afraid to cheat on Diddy. Make it make sense. You know cheating is a choice, right?
He is a domestic violence defendant, or should have been, without question. You cannot say that when someone sets up a freak off when Diddy's not even there, in between screwing his trainer and his other employee, that she's hopelessly helpless in this entire scenario.
Just checking. Ariel says he was her boss. Question, was it in the employment contract to organize freak-offs? Because if so, HR needs to be really investigated. But don't worry, Cat Williams already summed this up perfectly.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
This is what pisses me off. Women say they're strong, independent, and equal or superior to men until it's time to take responsibility. Then, suddenly, I had no choice. They go from boss babe to helpless victim faster than you can say settlement check. And we're supposed to believe they were just innocent bystanders? Roll the next clip.
Listen, the Punisher told me that she actively enjoyed it, that they had a really good time. Over 12 months. They met a dozen times. I think. No, I'm sorry. I think it was over hang on. It was actually a longer period. I think it was over a 2-year period. And they met up to a dozen times. And she was always, according to him, having a perfectly good time.
2 years. Not 2 hours. Not 2 days. 2 years. That's not captivity. That's calendar commitment. Let me be clear. This isn't about defending Diddy. If even half of what's alleged is true, he's fried. But that's not the point. The point is, we now live in a world where consent can be revoked retroactively if he was powerful. She felt pressured. She didn't want to say no. Translation, I agreed until it stopped benefiting me. And that, fellas, is the legal nuke.
On that point.
Yeah, sure. I think the problem here with the question you just asked was, the understanding of what being a woman in love with a man would do.
When Ariel says,
what choice do I have?
What she's really saying is, I wanted the lifestyle. I feared losing status. And now that I'm out, time to blame him. Because guess what? Once it's safe, profitable, and public, suddenly it's abuse. And now there's no clear line between I chose this and I was forced into it. In that gray zone, men get wrecked every time.
And one thing the defense is going to say, we're not talking about this wonderful, talented, pregnant woman here. We're talking about the woman who, as Piers points out, called the Punisher to come back over and over and over and over and over and over and over again over a period of years. That's rather difficult to believe that this is a person
she was in a relationship with Diddy. Like, are we going to keep glossing over the fact you guys act like Cassie was doing this on her own?
Okay, as Bill Maher said, at some point in time, you have to take responsibility for your life.
It's just not her man, though. But it's just not her man, though. It's just not her man, though.
First of all,
it is her boss.
Let's be clear.
It is the man who is in control of her life. So to just quantify it in such a way where it's just her man, that is incorrect.
Oh my God, that voice. It's like a courtroom version of nails on a chalkboard. But listen closely. She's proving the red pill right in real time. Because this is the truth no one wants to say out loud. Women break the rules for Chad and Tyrone. Cassie didn't do this for an average guy. She did it because it was Diddy. Power, fame, luxury. It's not fear. It's selective participation.
I think I had already explained this a little earlier, that she had always explained that she just wanted to be with her partner, as she had called it on the stand. She just wanted to be with him and him only. She didn't want to be having sex with other men, but she was worried and scared that he would either break up with her, stop paying her rent, and that she just continued to do this to please him in a way.
Oh, so we're not talking about fear of violence. We're talking about fear of losing the bag. Different conversation. This Jane wasn't scared of Diddy. She was scared of moving back to a one-bedroom without concierge service. And that's why these stories always end the same way. A man with money, a woman with regret, a lawsuit with dollar signs. And Piers did what most men do.
And that's what he told me he needed from me. How do I not do that? Whether or not I like it or don't like it. Which
Really? He blinked because even he couldn't believe the logic loop she was running. And then Ariel drops the final nuke.
How do I not do that? Whether or not I like it or don't like it.
If my man were like Diddy, I'd do the same thing. You can't make this stuff up. Here's the brutal truth. You don't have to be Diddy to be destroyed. You just have to be the guy she can label as more powerful. So here's the final message, loud and clear. Men, if a woman can reframe her own decisions years later as coercion, then no agreement is safe, no intimacy is guaranteed, and no man is untouchable. Piers asked the question. Ariel gave the answer. Now it's your move.
Management, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.